Good morning. Another blessed day that I get to attempt to kill it, right? Attempt to be better than yesterday. Super blessed for that opportunity. The fact that every single day we start with another opportunity to try to better ourselves, right? Try to shave off some minutes from my morning routine to make sure that I can maximize my work day, to make sure that I can set a better tone than I did yesterday. Give me 1 second to think because I want my vocab to catch up here, but let me talk about what I did. So, everything is here, everything is documented right on this handy little journal that I keep in my pocket at all times. It serves me well for taking notes or for documenting absolutely everything. Now, I was thinking, well, today I went to run as always, and I didn't bring my headphones, so fortunately, I say fortunately, because although some people would have considered this a problem, I considered it actually an opportunity to, instead of taking in info, just outputting info out there about, my internal dialogue was really amped up on one specific thing. So let me preface it with this. My conscience, that voice in my head, has been getting stronger, all right? Every time I follow this, just over time of me executing this routine, it gets louder. So there's no way I can miss waking up at a certain time unless, I have a designated day where I kind of get to catch up on hours of sleep. It's usually Sundays, but even that I might take away because my conscience won't let me at this point. Today, I woke up with no freaking desire to get up that early, if I'm being honest. I mean, I was tired. I went to sleep really late yesterday, trying to finish some things, and I was like, man, I woke up today, I was like, well, it's Saturday, or fuck that, dude. Like, that didn't even last a couple seconds. I automatically knew. Only thing that I did take more than 10 seconds, I have a 10-second requirement to turn off my alarm. I took about 15, so you already know if you're a disciplined person what that means. Holy shit. Do you know how loud that voice inside my head was? Do you know how loud my alter ego was? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you little bitch? Not really. I desire my alter ego not to cuss at me. It's a little more gentle, right? But it's very fucking important. Excuse my language. I don't know why I'm cussing so much. It's very important that you have something in your head that's judging you, and that it keeps you accountable. The best way to do that is this. What am I doing here? I'm tracking everything down. Where are my minutes spent? How many seconds it took me to turn off the alarm? Actually, that's a huge indicator, and it seems like such a small metric, but it's quite literally, I think, what defines the tone of the day. If I wake up explosive and try to go set off the alarm with like full aggression, I know for a fact it's gonna set the tone for the rest of my routine in the morning. And my morning routine, usually, if I don't mess up the momentum, will definitely transpire in the productivity of my day. So that's very important. And, the most important thing about this is, like I said precisely, is momentum, right? Once you have speed, stay with it. You're not gonna hit on the brakes. You know how long it took you to build up that speed? You're a slow freaking car, your motor is weak. But hell, take advantage of that speed if you have it. Don't hit on the brakes, accelerate every single day. The most important thing, and we try to judge ourselves sometimes by the metrics of other people that we see out there, because perhaps some people in life are moving absolutely fast, way faster than you could even picture yourself moving. But actually, more important than speed is acceleration. So it doesn't matter how fast you're moving if yesterday you accelerated 3% from yesterday or 5%. I'm really not satisfied with myself today And here's another funny thing, is that if I don't improve here, it's a very nerdy system. I'm not going to mention it too much because you guys are going to think well, this is not for you guys, this is for me. But essentially, I track down to the minute that I spend, and I give myself a rating. If, for example, I follow the exact same routine as yesterday. I go out for my run at the exact same time. I don't go out earlier, I go at the exact same time. I do everything right, because yesterday was a huge improvement from the day before. But if today I do the exact as yesterday, I'm gonna give myself a low score. I rate myself for my morning routine, how well I followed it. And today's score is not gonna be too pretty. It's 50%, because I was actually a couple minutes, when I went out to go for my run, I went out at 4:47. Yesterday I went out at 4:43. I delayed myself 5 minutes. Who knows how? I don't know if it was a cold shower. I don't know what part of the routine it was, or the fact that it was groggy. I didn't turn off the alarm in less than 10 seconds. That's a huge one. That sort of thing is the thing that I'm judging myself against. So I'm going to give myself, even if I followed it to the T, the same as yesterday, which yesterday I would consider good compared to the day before, I would give myself, instead of like an 80%, or let's say 100%, I did everything perfect as planned. And then tomorrow, I do, again, the exact same thing. I'm going to lower myself like 10 to 20%, just because I didn't improve from today, all right? That's the most important thing, because you have to understand that if you want to compare yourself to people, let's say even metrics wise, right? Let's say we're comparing our stats, our discipline stats, our, a whole bunch of things, how much problems we're solving throughout the day, all of the sorts of things, how much time we can stay focused. The problem that you're making is that you actually cannot merge that person's metrics. You don't know what they've gone through. You don't know how much work they've put. You don't know how much they've improved incrementally day by day. But what you need to do is stop comparing the metrics, just use it as a good reference point, and think about, holy shit, that's amazing, man. I'm so proud of that guy. I ask myself and break it down. How did he get there? How long did it take it? For him to get there, to get to that level? And then you need to see that simply as an inspiration for you to break it down and measure your own metrics. And I mean quite literally measure. This is why this seems so freaking nerdy. But I'm measuring key points that I know if I improve these, it's gonna reward me in every single aspect of my day. It's gonna improve my routine efficiency. Is going to improve my time efficiency, essentially, throughout the day. And that's the tone for the day. So that, just being able to know what is acceleration at the end of the day, right? Acceleration is the percentage increase that you have in speed. That's what you need to think about whenever you're thinking about how much do I need to improve, or where do I need to be at. You need to be at a better place that you were yesterday. And don't go back. Always be accelerating, never hit on the brakes. You think it's enough to just be consistent? It's not. Consistency is not enough. You have to actually accelerate. Consistency means that you're doing the same thing every day. Hell no. If you're doing the same thing twice and you haven't improved, you're fucking up. You need to do the exact same thing every day, but better. And that means that you might not be doing the exact same thing. Maybe you take something out of your routine because you're like, well, obviously you want to be careful with what you take out. If it's working, it's working. But you need to make sure that you're making it better. You need to make sure that the metrics that you're tracking about yourself are improving. And you need to be able to toil around and adjust things to maximize that efficiency. And that's pretty much, I think, the secret to getting where you want to be as soon as possible. And man, I swear, if you guys are, if if you guys, I'm just gonna say you guys in this case, because I'm talking to myself here too. If you're literally not following your routine, like this is not even like I gotta follow this, but if I'm not even following it, what a fucking bitch. Seriously. What a bitch. Like, we're trying to improve here and you're stepping on the brakes. What are you doing? What are you doing? We're supposed to be accelerating every day. Today when I went to go to my run and I did my morning exercise, you can do pull-ups, push-ups, calisthenics, that sort of thing. Dude, I was like, fucking, like, I gotta do 3 more push-ups than yesterday at least. Holy shit, that's not even that much. At least 3 more pull-ups. I needed to do, like, I'm actually like super pumped from the morning workout that I had. Morning workout, it's just a quick little 10 minute workout. But even that was an improvement. And I was pushing myself like crazy. Because I was trying to squeeze that extra margin over yesterday. And, you know, trust me, if you have a set direction, you know where you want to go, it's going to be really cool because you're going to see that reality that's going to start unfolding. And it's going to be like something that you see in the distance. You know, at first, whenever you do anything, you have to just believe that you're going in the right direction. It's so far ahead that you have to literally envision the destination before you even get there. Because it's so far that you can't see it. As you start driving, as you start accelerating, you're going to see how it's like, oh, I think I see something in the distance. And then you're going to see it gets closer and closer and closer and closer. That's kind of the idea. We're not aiming for a destination at the end of the day, but it's just something that motivates you is the fact that for us to get to a destination in general, I'm not saying that this is a particular destination that we're trying to get to or goals we can consider destinations, but the best thing is that the more you accelerate, the faster you're going to see these things pop up into your reality. As of right now, it's just in here and it relies on our own belief. But if you accelerate, if you better yourself every day and you pick up speed and you don't hit on the brakes, you're going to see that these goals, these things, these little destinations that you have marked for yourself, these mile markers, you're going to see them get closer and closer and faster. And then guess what? There's going to be a point where you're fucking moving way faster than everyone. People are just stagnant. They look like they're fucking parked on the road. And you're just zooming past everyone. Why? Because you never hit the brakes. You kept the momentum. That's what you need to do. That's what's most important. You need to optimize, be nerdy about it. Who cares? Track things. Seriously. Get a journal. Track every single day. Track the things that you need to improve every single day. That's the most important. And then, from then, you'll see that you'll make tremendous progress and you're going to pick up awesome freaking speed. All right. Super excited for today. Yes, I didn't achieve my routine. I'll be honest with you guys. I messed up. I woke up, like I said, tired, groggy. I was just slow. And I got 50%. But it doesn't matter. The routine is just, it's not exactly something that's producing the output for me, right? It's just something that I'd like to track because, like I said, in my opinion, it's like a little ritual that may or may not have a direct correlation over how productive I am in the day, but regardless, I'm just gonna make sure that today is a productive day as possible and that I get as much freaking done as I can possibly get done within my capabilities and hopefully a huge margin over yesterday. That's the number one thing that you guys want. And, well, enough said. You guys go get it. I will too.